Sarah Filburn and her brother-in-law Henry. We're going at it again.
So, you have returned. I assume your return means you have successfully completed your mission. But where is Hannibal?
I'll let you say it, rookie.
Is this true, Roach? I know Hannibal has a reputation for being elusive, but I believed if anyone could catch him, it would be you.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, no one, but unfortunately it's true. Like a heat leech, the squirmy bastard was there under our noses the whole time. Escaped our notice and left us stranded. I'll fill you in later.
More importantly, Roach, how do you evaluate your partner's performance?
Even if we didn't catch our target, Rookie here did a good job. I stood back and advised. Rookie did most of the work. They'd make a good tracker.
I trust your endorsement, Roach. With that, your assessment is complete. Roach believes you did well. Welcome to the Trackers Alliance. Other bounties on the display will now be available to you, as will the downstairs lounge. There, you will find the Elite Bounty Board, with tougher missions, as well as other amenities and resources. Lastly, you will choose a call sign. This is how other trackers will know you within the Alliance. It will obfuscate your identity and keep you safe. It is affirmed. Henceforth, you shall be known among trackers as Shadow.
I have something you might be interested in.
I cannot give up. Hold on. You are strong. Concentrate. I'm trying, Surak, but it's getting worse. I can feel my mind slipping. Fragmenting. I'll become one of them. You have to get away from me. No, I will not leave you here. It's pointless. We share this fate. This is our end. The great... No! No! It's happening! Sarok, run! I can't stop it! Basira!
Someone or something will clean up whatever's left behind.
I can feel a presence. But how? I should be the last. Is someone there or... My mind turns against me. I must return to engineering and make one last attempt to restore the power.
House Baron. A station of this magnitude would never leave Varunkai's orbit. These phantoms, these energy fields, whatever happened to these people must have been horrible. Not the best you can do. Extra ammunition is always welcome if they have any.
Post-incident log. After the initial jump, areas of the Oracle have somehow been sectioned off by strange energy fields or barriers. The fields allow no one to pass and are somehow able to repel, almost teleport, the trespasser back. I am certain these new fields are related to the Vortex Phantoms. Both resonate with the same energy pattern, the exact same pattern we were studying for Anasco's experiments. Something happened in Dasra. And if the situation is bad here, I fear for our brethren in the city. Operations are always as self-sustaining as possible. We have only ever been able to rely on ourselves. horribly wrong. We were in orbit directly above Dasra, monitoring our current experiments when we experienced a sudden energy surge. I fear the source came from the city itself. It triggered our graph drive and jumped the Oracle to an unknown location. We thought members of the crew were somehow lost in the jump. But later, we were attacked by what I will refer to as vortex phantoms. I thought I recognized some of them. Could it be that the energy surge has somehow transformed them and warped their minds?
mission appears to have outweighed any considerations for privacy.
Sirach Vethal. Post-incident log. The Oracle has continued to jump. It is completely out of our control. Not only that, but I believe the initial surge of energy we experienced is transformative. With each passing day, more of the crew succumb to whatever residual energy we were exposed to. Most are instantly hostile, but we discovered some are able to retain a sense of self. At least, momentarily.
If I can just... No! They are coming!
Post-incident log. I am one of the few remaining unaffected crew on the Oracle. Nadine, Basira, and Taras are the only others I was able to find. I fear it is just a matter of time before we succumb to this energy that is turning the others. How long will we last? And will my mind be strong enough to hold out when my time comes? Basira and I have programmed the Oracle to return to Varun-Kai's orbit once it is able. All of our research will automatically be transmitted the moment we are within Dasra's range. I pray our work here was not in vain.
Controls! Why will they not respond to me?
Warning. Gravity procedure initiated. Please check your surroundings to ensure personal safety. Restoring gravity in 3, 2, 1.
Eager to help, if I can. I feel safe in a way I have never felt. Then I shall be sure to say it more often. A shame that there is not more to discuss. This seems ill-advised, but I see no other way through.
Powers. Cell connected. Report to operations for system reboot.
The Vortex Phantoms. Where did they go? Something is wrong. No! Not now! I have to hold on!
Would it not be worth selling that instead?
Mainframe reboot initiated. Commencing protocol. Station lockdown completed. All major systems on standby. Mainframe reboot completed. Warning. Station jump procedure initiated. Please check your surroundings to ensure personal safety. Jump in 3, 2, 1. Execute. Jump completed. Station lockdown released. Initiating data transfer. Incoming transmission.
This is Dasra calling the Oracle station. We've received your transmission. Your orders are to send a representative down here immediately. It appears we have much to discuss.
Poor Sirac. So close to seeing their efforts realized.
Clean separation, Captain. Perfect. Landing now.
Hold very still and choose your words carefully. They will determine how long you live.
We are no threat to House Baroon, I promise you.
You have no right to be here. You will tell me how you found this place. No signal should have left this system. But the Oracle was lost.
Indeed it did. The Oracle is perhaps the least of our problems, I'm afraid. Voris, I think we need not fear our guest. Perhaps, in this time of need, the Great Serpent has delivered us a gift.
Counselor, with due respect, we have not had unannounced visitors here in generations. It is a clear breach of security.
I do not disagree, and I know that security, in whatever small form we can grasp it, is of paramount importance. But you must acknowledge the timing is curious. And perhaps our guest's intent should be determined before we take further action. We received the automated transmission, but you are certainly not who we expected to find.
Great Serpent!
What's happening again?
Hear me!
Speaker, we are here!
We have reached out to you, to seek guidance in our hour of need. The gate in the Citadel has been opened just to seek you.
What has happened?
Have I failed you? What is this place? Where am I? Why do you not show yourself? I strive only to follow your command. All must serve. Oh, Great Serpent! Is that you? Is it your presence I feel? I feel something, yet I see nothing. Is this a test? What do you require of me? Great Serpent, I have done all that I can. The scaled citadel itself has been transformed to petition you. I know that all must serve, but I need more. I require guidance. Take pity on us and reveal the way forward.
Our leader, Anasko Varun, he has appeared like this over and over. So many of our people have been trapped in this state, these vortex phantoms. But usually they are hostile and lash out. Anasko is different. If only we could hear his voice, some reassurance that all is not lost. Anasko Varun is our leader, the grandson of Jinan Varun himself. He sometimes appears to us, but we cannot interact. I am not able to go into detail. There was an experiment, an accident. Many of our people left in a similar state. While most are hostile, Anasko is... The Great Serpent spared him that fate. He's different. If only we could communicate with him. You could hear him. Despite the sightings, none have heard the word from Anasko in all this time, yet you claim to. Do not toy with me. Not about this. If you speak truth, you must prove it. What did he say? By the Serpent.
He said that? I heard nothing. Given the gravity of the situation, surely there is no way you would joke about such a thing.
It is no joke. The experiment was a secret, even to many of our own people. Truly, you did hear Anasko. You have been chosen. People of House Varun, hear me. We have asked the Great Serpent for deliverance from our calamity, and he has answered us. This outsider has been chosen as the most unlikely vessel for the Great Serpent's divine providence, and he will help save us all. Outsider, please. There is no denying you have been sent here as a sign. You must help us. But there are precepts that must be followed, principles that must be obeyed. Even in these dire circumstances, we cannot turn from Jinan Varun's teachings. You will be granted safe passage through Dazra and the lands beyond. No harm will come to you. On that, you have my word. You even have my assurance that your compatriot here will also remain unharmed. But to truly aid us, you must become part of House Va'ruun. This is not a thing done lightly, and it cannot be taken back. Will you commit to helping us by becoming one of the promised? Well, efforts to do something, anything, about our current dilemma have fallen to political infighting. I believe your arrival, if nothing else, represents a sign from the Great Serpent himself that we must finally put aside our differences and work together. It must be ordained that you would appear before us now, able to hear the speaker when no one else can. You must mean the Zealots. I assure you, they do not represent House Va'ruun. We do not engage with the settled systems. They would attack us just as soon as you or anyone else. And they would certainly never extend an offer to join them, as I do now in this time of desperation. So, will you? We, the people of House Va'ruun, are the promised. The Great Serpent has blessed us with knowledge of the future and our place in it. Our service to him guarantees us a place in the new worlds he will create when he returns to enshroud the universe. A greater gift could not be bestowed upon you. Excellent. Please, come with me. Forgive me for not introducing myself. I am Malibor Dulkev, a member of the High Council of House Va'ruun. I have been asked to represent the Council in this moment. Please, enter our city. You have my word that you will not be harmed. I would ask that until you have become promised, you avoid the citizens of Dasra. They are not used to outsiders. Open the gate! Must tell you what I reveal for now, but surely you saw the scaled citadel as you arrived. It was the center of an explosion of sorts that has annihilated most of our city. We have lost many of our brothers and sisters. I believe we are still in danger. What is the meaning of this? Our situation is dire. We need all the help we can get, including yours. That depends a great deal on who you ask. Generations ago, we made a decision to pull back from the settled systems. Some amongst us saw that as a mistake, an abandonment of House Va'ruun's true calling. The schism within our people grew until some took it upon themselves to leave and declare themselves the true descendants of Jinan Va'ruun. They are, of course, factually wrong and incredibly misguided. Any decision about House Va'ruun is the Speaker's to make, but Jinan Va'ruun in his wisdom saw fit to create the High Council to help advise those decisions. We offer perspectives and opinions that can often contradict one another, which can ultimately help the Speaker to guide our people. Or, at least that is how it was before all this. Now, with the Speaker gone, we have temporarily taken over making decisions in his stead. Once this is all behind us, we can restore the intended order of things. Not long, though it feels like an eternity. Jamal and I had only been a part of the council for maybe a year before all this, and we were only ever in subordinate roles. It has been quite a challenge to accept this new level of responsibility. Lovek, on the other hand, has served on the council for quite a long time. He rarely lets us forget it. He has led House Varun since the death of his father Jarek. He is determined to return House Varun to glory. He believed he was on the cusp of realizing that goal, and now, well, you have seen him. I should perhaps not speak too much of it, but there has been concern that he was lost to us. Your interaction with him gives me hope. If you can hear him, he is not beyond rescue. You mean, of course, the morning, a crucial part of our history. It is the very ship that delivered Jinan Varun to this moon generations ago. It is, in fact, the ship upon which Jinan first made contact with the Great Serpent. Yes, it has led a long and storied life. During the Serpent's Crusade, it was used to successfully defend our home. But it has not flown since, and it is very unlikely that it ever will again. Its presence is a constant connection to our shared history, a reminder of the chain of events that led to us being here today. Is there a problem, Makula?
The city is in shambles, the speaker is missing, and here you are leading some outsider through our sacred space? Why allow this husk to defile our city? Have we not lost enough?
Have faith. I believe this outsider was guided here by the Great Serpent himself. And soon, Serpent willing, they will be one of us. But I can be sure and pass your concerns on to the rest of the High Council, if you wish. I apologize for the interruption.
You have no place in our city.
Ritual intended for converts to the Promised that has not been performed in generations. We are fortunate that there are those still alive who remember the old ways and have remained prepared for such a moment as this. I suspected we might find you here waiting.
I saw the ship landing. I knew immediately that I would be needed.
Indeed you are. This is Inaza Kaisir, Herald of the Serpent. She will guide you through the ritual. I am needed elsewhere, but I assure you that you are in good hands.
So, the Great Serpent sends you to me. There is something about you. No husk that walk the Serpent's path. To enter this sacred cave, there is no turning back. You will be forever changed. This is a path you must walk of your own free will, alone. Will you step forward and emerge anointed, one of the promised? You have not been filled with purpose by the Great Serpent, so you are merely a husk. But perhaps not for long. Those born to House Varun spend every day surrounded by our history. The rituals that separate us from the husks happen naturally over time. You have not experienced that. Those who have not answered the Serpent's call cannot coexist with House Varun. And so, if you are to aid us in our time of need, you must become one of the promised. A lesson, a test, A moment for the Great Serpent to reach out and fill you with something more than what you have been. Then enter, and I shall guide you along the Serpent's path. For this is a journey you must undertake alone. Your escort cannot follow.
I have other matters that require my attention, but I will see you soon.
I am glad we have a moment. I am having trouble maintaining my composure. Finding myself in Dasra has been overwhelming. That is a complicated question. No, I was not. After everything that we have been through recently, I worried I might never see this place again. For that I am grateful. If only this were just about me. The Great Serpent has always demanded much of us, as individuals, and as the whole of House Va'ruun. But to see what has transpired here, it is hard to believe this is part of any plan. Truly, it is a disaster. I suppose that is true. Regardless, now that we are here, surely you must agree that we should do everything we can to help House Va'ruun. And I appreciate that. It is an incredible commitment you have made to become one of the promised. Never in my wildest dreams would I have imagined such a thing. I am not sure, but what might have been does not matter. You are one of us now. I suppose that is true. All the same, I am glad to count you among us. I know we have much to do, but I did not want to leave it unsaid. Thank you.
I will await you at the end of the Serpent's path. Before House Va'ruun, there were humans. First on Earth, then scattered among the stars. And like all humans, they were lost souls. Wandering in the dark, looking for a path. One particular colony ship housed several hundred of these souls. They were each alone and isolated, individual tiny flames that could be snuffed out at a moment's notice. Va'ruun encountered the Great Serpent and was given the gift of knowledge. He shared his knowledge with those around him and lit the way for them. They followed his guidance and his light, and they cast aside the burdens of their former lives, and thus House Va'ruun was born. Now you too have the chance to cast aside your burdens, to relieve yourself of anything that holds you back. The people's hopes and fears and dreams were entrusted to the Great Serpent. They made the leap of faith that brought House Va'ruun to greatness. follow in their footsteps and take that same leap. Embrace the Great Serpent, and he will embrace you. People of House Varun settled this world, at first in these very caves. Jinan Varun himself slept among them in these shelters. It was here that he spread the word of the serpent. It was here that the people of House Varun first understood the truth of their place in the universe. And it was here that the people of House Varun first understood the truth of the shrouding. The Great Serpent's return. He will encircle the universe he created, and all those who do not follow will be cast into shadow. And the people weighed this knowledge against their former lives, and saw how they had been blessed despite the difficult new life that awaited them. You too would do well to feel that solace amidst the pain. Until that day comes, we are the voice and the hands of the Great Serpent. Our every act a sacrifice to hasten his return. Make now a sacrifice to prove your devotion. And remember, whether in life or in death, all must serve. Let us begin the final ritual. While none since Jinan Varun have stood before the Great Serpent, we can all feel his presence. To solidify this bond, you are presented with a simple choice. Before you on this dais are several items. They represent different aspects of House Varun's connection to the Great Serpent. Pick the two that call to you. Place them on the altars. Offerings to the Great Serpent that he may fill you with his spirit and make you promise. And so you arise, one of the promised of House Varun. Did you feel the Great Serpent working within you? Do you feel born anew? And yet you did all that was asked of you. Do not worry. In time, you will feel the changes he has worked within you. Through strength and perseverance, House Varun will triumph over all that stands in its way. I grant you the title of Vindicator. All will know you. All will trust you. Above us, in the grand ship morning, jewel of the Varun fleet, the High Council awaits your arrival. Serve them. Serve the Great Serpent. All must serve.
Ah, a face I never mind seeing. What can I do for you? I thought you might want this. Take care of yourself.
How may I assist you?
Good to see you.
You would speak with me? Welcome, Vindicator. You stand before what remains of the High Council, advisors to Nasko Varun. We are all that is left after the disaster that has befallen our people. I represent House Dulkef. Jamal is from House Kadik, and we are joined by Lovek of House Vital. We are, all of us, hopeful that your arrival in Dazra and your clear connection to Nasko Varun, for the first time in weeks, represent some semblance of hope. Collectively, we unite under the banner of House Varun, pledged to follow Jinan Varun and his descendants. But our society is not a monolith. Jinan in his wisdom shepherded the first of us into families that we might grow and prosper. Our 3 families have for generations now helped to govern the people of House Va'ruun, and offer counsel to our leader. I understand. Until you were one of us, we could not trust you.
By all means, Malabor. I can't wait to see how you spend this.
Please, can we just for a moment...
Can we just for a moment what? Discuss whether or not to allow the first convert to House Va'ruun since before any of us were born? A bit late on that, it seems.
You were not there. You did not see Anasco. It felt different. We have already wasted so much time.
You're correct. I was not there. Because you elected to travel to the spaceport on your own. And then decided this on your own.
Do not waste time with more bickering. Anasco, and by extension House Va'ruun, suffers with every passing moment.
Of course, Lowend. My apologies. Please, Malabor, do go on.
Anasco like his father before him, has relied on the teachings of Jinan to guide us. Anasco wondered if perhaps it was time to seek guidance directly from the Great Serpent, and so sought a means of reaching out.
Perhaps he found the teachings inadequate.
Careful, Katik. You tread on dangerous ground.
I mean nothing by it. We simply were never consulted on the matter and do not know the full motive.
The point is that a series of experiments have taken place over the years, utilizing grav drive technology to hopefully make direct contact with the Great Serpent, similar to Jinan Va'ruun's initial meeting.
And then something went wrong.
We do not know what happened. We were not inside the Scaled Citadel at the time.
Had we been, we wouldn't be standing here now. We'd be like the rest of them.
A great tide of energy emanated from the Scaled Citadel and swept across Dasra. Much was destroyed in its wake. Those caught in the blast have been left in a state of confusion, trapped halfway between our universe and the Vortex. The Citadel itself remains in such a state, right there and yet beyond our reach. We can only assume that the experiment is still running, somehow preventing us from entering the Citadel. We cannot get in, so we cannot stop it. We were beginning to lose hope before you arrived. It has only been a few weeks. There had been efforts to put together some kind of response, some plan. But they had fallen apart. Forgive me, I am no scientist, but as it has been explained to me, what we call the Vortex is the space between universes. Your arrival and your interaction with Anasco shows that he can still be saved. The plan had been devised to access the Citadel, but the work stalled. Clearly, it is time to move forward with it. The current head of our science team, Ekris, should be in Jinan Plaza down below us, towards the Citadel. Tell him about your experience with Anasco, and that work on the morning device must proceed.
Do you know the scientists out at Hamadi Station?
The old married couple? Azad and Shireen, if I remember right. I've met them a few times. They seemed a little eccentric, but were otherwise quite nice.
That's them, yes. They're apparently looking for some help with their research. They made some kind of discovery that has them
I
troubled.
always enjoy these moments.
Good luck
Until our
finding
next
help at a time like this.
Indeed. Yet the serpent provides for the faithful, so who knows?
Nothing is truly impossible.
Nothing. Let's just go home.
Oh, Anna, you were just complaining about... there being nothing to do at home.
No, you're the one that wanted to play.
Yeah.
Greetings.
It is morbid, disgusting. You should be hanging your head in shame, but instead here you are, acting like a common fool.
Borhal, calm down. Do not do this here.
How shameful of you to have these outbursts. Oh my, what would poor mother and father think?
You will speak not of mother and father, you sloughing bastard. No shame. No shame at all.
What? What do you want? This does not concern you.
Please accept my apologies. I caught my brother attempting to do something unspeakable, and I could not contain my anger.
Oh yes, go on. Invite a total stranger into our family squabbles.
This is no squabble, you pompous fool. What you have done today is abhorrent. I can forgive stealing my money or pawning my valuables. What I cannot abide, however, is you attempting to sell Mother's urn with her remains still within.
I have done many things I am not proud of, but I have never stooped as low as that.
I was drunk, I did not know. All of those vases appeared the same.
It is an urn, not a vase, you ignoramus. And you were the one who chose it when Mother passed away. I am tired of your shamelessness, and I am done bearing what should be your indignity. Do you hear me? I am done. You have gone too far this time, Mamila, and I cannot bear the humiliation of being your brother any longer. I challenge you to a duel. Danica shall be my second.
What? Are you mad?
Borhal, are you sure? There is already so much death in the city. What good would this do? There has to be another way.
Too late, Danica. He has issued his challenge. I accept. In fact, look forward to it. You shall be my second. Oh, that will pose a problem. You see, Borhal is a stickler for tradition. Apologies, dear brother, But it seems that your precious duel will have to wait, as I have no second to aid me.
It is true that the duel cannot commence until Amila acquires a second. This delay may be significant, as Amila has no one willing to aid him, including you, I suppose. I assure you, you will be rewarded greatly if you do this, no matter the outcome, so I expect you will change your mind. I ask that you do so quickly.
Unless this is important,
shame,
leave me
Amila.
be.
No shame at all. What you have done goes beyond disgraceful. It is morbid, disgusting. You should be hanging your head in shame, but instead...
Well, look who is back. Change your mind? I need a drink after that.
Just trying to survive one more day.